Signing up for web hosting and installing WordPress can feel overwhelming if you've never done it before. There's one thing that a lot of people miss when they're setting up their hosting, and it can create a real headache when they're trying to set up their site. In this video, I'm going to show you exactly how to do both step by step with Hostinger. So to get started, you'll want to head over to hostinger.com. Now, you can use my affiliate link in the description if you want to. It won't cost you anything extra, and it will help support the channel. Okay, once you're there, just click on Hosting in the top right, and then select Web Hosting. Next, you'll need to choose a hosting plan. So if you're just starting out, I've found that Hostinger's premium plan is perfect if you're running a small business or you're a consultant, or if you're wanting to set up something like a portfolio site. But I want to encourage you to take the time and compare all the features of each of the plans. All right, once you've decided, just click Choose Plan. Now you'll need to pick how long that you want your plan to last. Now, the longer the plan, the more that you're going to save. So you can choose between 12, 24, or 48 months. And once you've made that selection, just choose Continue. Okay, now you'll see the payment information section. So this is really just standard stuff here. Just fill out the billing address section, and then once you're done, click Continue. Next, you'll need to add your payment information and then click Submit Payment. Now, after that, you'll see a confirmation that your payment has been processed. Okay, you're doing great. So now just click Get Started. Now, on this page, you're going to just click Skip right down here at the bottom. Now, Hostinger is going to ask, do you want to create or migrate a website? So here, just click Create a Website and then click Next. Then you'll be asked, how do you want to build your website? So here, you'll want to choose the WordPress option and then click Next. All right, now you'll need to set up your login credentials, your email, and your password. So that way you can log into your site and start designing or adding content to your new site. Now, once you're done, just click Next. Now you'll be asked to choose how you'd like to build your website. So we're not going to choose either one of these options. So down here at the bottom, just click Create Blank Site and then click Next. All right, now here's where people make the most common mistake. This next step has to do with your domain. So if you don't have an existing domain, you'll want to claim your free domain that comes with your hosting plan. Now, if you have an existing domain from somewhere else, somewhere where you purchased through a third-party registrar, then you'll want to pay very close attention to everything I'm about ready to say. So I'm going to talk about both of these. So first, let's talk about the free domain that comes with your new hosting plan. Now, if you want to set up a free domain name for your portfolio site or business site or something else through Hostinger, well, you can do that in this step. So for example, if you're setting up a portfolio site, you'd want to use your name. So this might look like johnsmith.com or johnhsmith.com, whatever's available. I prefer a .com since it's easy to remember, but you can choose a .net, a .io, or .org, or whatever you like. Just remember that the domain name is free for the first year, and then you'll need to renew both your hosting plan and your domain name. All right, once you've got your domain name, click Next, and then on the next page, choose whether your site is a personal site or a company or organization. Of course, for things like portfolio sites or a personal blog, you'll want to choose personal. Or if you've got a business, then choose company or organization, whichever one fits the best, and then just click Next Step. All right, now just double check your information, then click Finish Registration. You'll receive an email to verify your email address and to activate all those services that are linked to your domain. So you'll want to verify that as soon as possible to avoid any kind of issues. Okay, so what's that big mistake that a lot of people make? The one thing that can create a lot of issues is that many people don't handle this domain selection step correctly. So here's what I mean. If you've already purchased a domain name through another registrar, let's say one like Namecheap, GoDaddy, Google Domains, it's now part of Squarespace, or some other domain name registrar, then you do not want to claim a free domain here. It's probably one of the most common mistakes because lots of users just rush through this domain step. They try to claim that free domain that's included with their plan, and that can really just complicate their DNS later on in the process when you're trying to set up your site. So how do you avoid that? Well, if you already own a domain from another registrar, on this screen, you'll need to use the skip option. Now, if you don't see that because these interfaces on their websites change all the time, use the use temporary domain option. Let's say you have a domain registered with Squarespace or something like that. Well, you'll need to point that DNS to Hostinger manually. Don't worry, it's fairly simple. Just log into the account where you've registered your domain name, just like Google Domains, now Squarespace, for an example, and update your domain name servers to this. This is pointing toward Hostinger. And since a lot of people using their own domains have existing email tied to that domain name, you'll want to leave all those email related DNS records unchanged. That keeps your existing email working with no interruptions at all. Now, if you've either registered a new domain with Hostinger or you've chosen to skip the domain registration step and use a temporary domain and point your existing domain names, DNS records to Hostinger, well, you'll see a screen that asks, where is your target audience located? So click on the pin located that's closest to your audience. Now, that's going to help your site load faster for that specific area. So, for example, if you live in the US and you live on the East Coast, then Massachusetts is a good option. Once you do that, just click Next. All right, now you're going to see a screen that shows that WordPress is being installed. Now, once you've completed all those steps, you'll be redirected to your Hostinger dashboard. Now, until then, you're going to see a temporary preview link at the top. So if you see this, then you'll want to wait a bit and you can check to see if your site's propagating by going to whatsmydns.net to see when your domain's pointing to Hostinger. And you can try refreshing the page occasionally. All right, once it does, you should see this. Now, personally, I just like to wait till the domain name is connected to Hostinger before I start building anything. Then you can click the blue button here where it says WordPress Admin to go to your new WordPress site where you can start building and customizing your own site. And that's it. Your hosting's all set up and your domain's connected. And even if you bought a domain through a different registrar, your email should still be working. Smooth and simple. So if this video has helped you out, be sure that you hit that like button and consider subscribing. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.